Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand, in for Paula Degnan. Police in Hazleton have recovered a firearm they believe was used in recent shootings in the city. Police continue to investigate several recent shootings in Hazleton and believe they're close to filing charges. Officers were patrolling the area of 10th and Locust Streets just before midnight September 4th when they encountered a person of interest in the shootings. Police say the 19-year-old was acting suspicious and tried to elude them. That's when police discovered a 9mm Smith & Wesson placed underneath the tire of a parked car, along with a loaded spare magazine. Officers detained the 19-year-old and brought him in for questioning. The gun is registered to a different person from Mashopin, who claims he loaned out the weapon. The firearm is now being tested to determine any connections to recent shootings in the city, and charges are pending. In the last week, there have been several shootings throughout the city of Hazleton. A Hazleton man was sentenced yesterday to 33 months in prison and 3 years supervised release for making multiple straw purchases of firearms. 28-year-old Ars Nunez was sentenced in U.S. District Court for making false statements to federally licensed firearms dealers in connection with the purchase of firearms. Nunez previously pled guilty and admitted to the charges February 13th and March 2nd of February 16th. 3 of the firearms were purchased in Drums, another 3 in Hanover Township, and the last one in Hazleton. One Glock pistol that Nunez purchased was later recovered by police in Puerto Rico. The case was part of Project Safe Neighborhoods. Sean Christie of McAdoo will get his wish and be able to represent himself at his upcoming federal court trial. Christie has a history of disruptive court outbursts, but U.S. District Judge Robert Mariani granted Christie's request to represent himself following a closed-door hearing Tuesday, according to court records. The judge appointed attorney David Cherundolo as standby counsel to assist Christie at the trial, which is set to begin November 11th. The 27-year-old was indicted back in July of 2018 for posting online threats against President Trump and Northampton County District Attorney John Morganelli. Christie fled and remained on the lam until September 21st, where he was captured in Ohio. Additional indictments were filed, charging Christie with crimes he allegedly committed while on the run and with being a felon in possession of a firearm. In addition to the federal case, Christie also faces trial for charges in Schuylkill, Carbon, and Luzerne counties. One former Hazleton officer and state trooper was indicted by a federal grand jury in U.S. District Court for stalking and a firearms violation. 47-year-old Gregory Rossi was indicted Tuesday and stood before a U.S. District Judge yesterday, where he was detained pending a detention hearing scheduled for the 13th. Between 2018 and 2019, Rossi allegedly used interstate commerce to harass the victim that had a protection order from abuse on him. Rossi failed to relinquish possession of approximately 39 firearms and thousands of rounds of ammunition as required by the order. The maximum penalty under federal law is 15 years imprisonment, a term of supervised release, and a fine. Stalking carries a mandatory imprisonment term of 1 year. After leaving a district judge office in Wilkes-Barre this morning, Gene Stilp said his actions to raise awareness about a controversial memorial brick on Public Square was well worth it. 69-year-old Stilp of Harrisburg pled guilty to a summary count of disorderly conduct during a preliminary hearing this morning. Stilp was initially charged with a third-degree misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct by Wilkes-Barre police when he attempted to remove and smear roof cement on a memorial brick bearing the name of a Ku Klux Klan-affiliated group on Public Square back in July. Police prevented him from removing and covering up the brick. Stilp was arrested and handcuffed before a large crowd that gathered for the demonstration on the square. Mayor Tony George had the Beehive Monument removed July 18th, citing that the ongoing renovations of Public Square were the reason. Despite the $10 fine, Stilp is required to pay $171.25 in court costs. A Girardville man was jailed Wednesday by Mahanoy Township Police after trying to strangle his girlfriend August 29th. Police were called to 33 Ellen Gowan Road for a domestic incident, where they found a distressed woman, later identified as Caitlin Carr, with red marks on her face and neck and a grape-sized lump on her head. Carr reported that her boyfriend, 34-year-old Damian Hopkins, came to her boss's home and started screaming at her to enter the driver's side of a vehicle, where he began punching her in the face, putting his hand around her neck and choking her. The woman was able to break free of Hopkins while her boss called police to report the assault. Hopkins was charged with 1 felony count each of aggravated assault and strangulation, as well as 1 misdemeanor count each of simple assault and recklessly endangering another person. He was committed to Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post $25,000 straight cash bail. Congressman Matt Cartwright says the combination of tractor trailers and big rigs on highways is leading to more serious injuries and truck crashes, and is calling for a steep increase in the insurance liability truckers carry. A leading transportation industry analyst blames a slowdown in shipping demand for 3 times the number of trucking company bankruptcies in the first half of 2019 compared to the first half of 2018. Congress's plan that was introduced in July and is currently in committee boosts the minimum liability coverage from $750,000 to $4.5 million. Cartwright spent years representing people hurt in truck accidents and says he has the insight needed for the 40-year-long overdue justice for crash victims, but some argue his ties to personal injury law make it a conflict of interest. Truckers argue a 500% increase in their liability would lead to higher monthly insurance premiums at a time when their industry is struggling. Coming up on Wyln News, our Gary Perna has the preview for this year's Food Fest. Plus, September is National Recovery Month, and 2 naloxone giveaways will be held across the state. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Tomorrow's mostly cloudy with a high of 71 and a low of 54, but Saturday and Sunday stick to low 70s. Beautiful for Fun Fest goers. Monday, not as beautiful. We'll be right back.
Experience the beauty of the Valley Country Club and let them sponsor you for your next event. Toss the flowers and dance the night away with their course as your backdrop. Let Valley Country Club host your next special occasion, whether it's a bridal or baby shower, anniversary, celebration of life, pool party, charity fundraiser, business meeting, golf outing, corporate, private, or social event.
Your exciting new TV experience is here. Smarter, faster, easier to use. With live TV, recordings, video on demand, and streaming apps, all in a single place. When you're looking for something new, recommendations are tailored to you. Voice-powered, personalized results to find what you want faster. And the unlimited potential of smart home. The new experience from TiVo is here.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill, Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazleton. We have 2016 Sierra Crew Cabs. We have got 2019 Colorados under 28 grand. We've got over 1,800 used vehicles in stock. Check them out online at blazealexander.com. We're taking the deals the other guys won't.
This weekend, a fire company in Schuylkill County will hold a festival that's all about food. Wyln's Gary Perna has more on Food Fest.
If you are looking for some good, homemade, old-fashioned food, we have a place just for you. This weekend, the McAdoo Fire Company will be hosting their annual Food Fest.
They can expect pretty much everything we had for our bazaar. We have most of all of our foods.
Chief Leschko runs down the menu for this weekend.
So we have our pizza, we have buffalo chicken pizza, pepperoni and plain. We have fried pierogies, French fries, chicken fingers. We have the empanadas back, beef, chicken, or cheese. Potato cakes, of course. Steak hoagies, chicken cheese steak hoagies, sausage and pepper. We're doing a kielbasa sandwich that we have kielbasa loaf, homemade by a member of the fire company. We'll also have halushki, lakshi, holupki, bean soup, sausage soup, pierogies, whether they're fried or butter and onions. We'll have homemade apple pies, apple dumplings, again, and homemade rice pudding.
Leschko said the event is mostly takeout, but weather depending, a few tables may be set up.
One of the biggest hurdles for the firefighters at this food sale is the fact that Kennedy Drive is closed with the ongoing road project. But the firefighters and officials with the companies have worked out a deal that will be open just for through traffic for everyone to come here to the food sale. So you can park and then come in to the firehouse.
We worked with PennDOT, Lehigh Asphalt, the people at Heim Construction. They've all been very cooperative with us, and they have guaranteed us, and we will have signs out that will allow through traffic to come down to here and then allow people to drive to Sherman Street and be able to exit out. So we'll just ask people when they come in, just be careful. It is a rock roadway coming in, not that it will damage any vehicles, but just be careful coming in and follow all the street lights that are up at that intersection of Kennedy and Blaine, not just to drive right through and come in.
The firefighters last year opened up on Friday night, and they'll do the same this year.
Friday night was a great night for us. We were actually very surprised. So we're here Friday from 4 to 7. Saturday we're here 11 to 6. And Sunday we publicize 11 to 6. Last year by 2 o'clock we were sold out. So Sunday does seem to be a very early day because once we're sold out, we're done. So my recommendation is, not that we won't have anything here Sunday, but if you're looking for the food, come the first 2 days because I think that's going to be your best bet.
Leschko reminds everyone that no pre-orders will be accepted for the event. Every dollar raised goes right back into the operational costs of the fire company.
We put everything back in, heat, lights, all that kind of stuff, vehicle maintenance. It does all that. We're still waiting to hear on Fire Act grants from the federal government for this year, which hopefully will be getting announced soon. And there's a percentage that we still have to kick in if we do get those grants. So money will go to all that.
In McAdoo for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. I'm hungry already. Well, smoke testing is underway in Cunningham and parts of Sugarloaf to detect where rainwater enters sanitary sewers and help the Joint Municipal Authority repair 20 miles of pipelines while modernizing its sewage plant. During the tests, workers block off a section of pipe, pump harmless smoke in through a manhole, and watch where it rises. Smoke that escapes from roof drains and manholes is normal, but smoke emerging from beneath lawns, storm drains, or cleanout caps might indicate where rainwater enters sanitary sewage lines. Smoke might seep into homes through uncapped pipes or dry traps during tests, so pouring water through all drains before smoke testing can help keep the smoke out of your home. People who see smoke in their home should go outside and notify workers conducting the test so they can help determine the source, because if smoke enters a home, sewage gas might too. Testing is expected to continue for another 4 to 6 weeks. The White House is allocating nearly $2 billion to fight the opioid crisis. Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar announced that $932 million will go to state and local governments to provide treatment, recovery, and prevention. Another $900 million will go to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention over a 3-year period. And staying on the topic, September is National Recovery Month, and as part of Recovery Month, 2 naloxone giveaways will be held across the state September 18th and September 25th. Residents will be able to go to a state health center or local pharmacy to get the overdose reversal drug. Anyone looking for recovery resources for themselves or a loved one can contact the Get Help Now hotline at 1-800-662-HELP. Pennsylvania Turnpike crews will be replacing a bridge on the Northeast Extension. Crews will be putting a 20-mile detour in place. Interstate 476 between the Lehigh Valley, A56, and Mahoning Valley, A74, and Route 309 will be closed in both directions from September 6th to 9th. The turnpike will close from 9 p.m. Friday, September 6th until 4 a.m. Monday, September 9th. Route 309 will close between Chapman's and Snowdrift Roads at 7 p.m. Friday, September 6th until 6 a.m. Monday, September 9th. If the weather does not cooperate, work will be moved until September 13th through the 19th. Coming up on Finneyville's News Choice, we take a trip down to the Carbon County Animal Shelter and Community in U. Plus, Fun Fest is just 2 days away from kicking off, and New York City's premier Disney cover band, The Little Mermen, will be playing rock covers of all your favorite Disney tunes in costume to jam this Sunday afternoon. Stay with us.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Barber Ford has the largest selection of Ford commercial vehicles in Northeast PA with over 50 Super Duties in stock. Plus, Barber Ford is the only Ford commercial vehicle center in the area participating with the state's cooperative purchasing program, CoStars. Barber Ford, where the pros go for trucks.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
It has become an all too familiar situation. Animals being neglected or abused. Animal shelters come to the call in these situations to rescue and care for the pets involved in cruelty cases. The Carbon County Animal Shelter in Nesquehoning steps up to the plate when it comes to helping dogs in need.
We do get calls of cruelty, and that gets directed to the cruelty officer of Carbon County, which is Donna Crum. We do get calls of dog bites or neighbors with dogs that aren't licensed, and that gets referred to our county dog warden, which is Mr. Jason Bell. He handles that. And when we get police calls, we handle them as they come in.
There are also numerous circumstances where a dog owner finds themselves facing the reality that they have to surrender their pet, whether it's due to an illness, financial difficulties, or moving away from their current home.
Yeah, they need to call us. Everything, you got to call us. Surprises are never good. So if somebody has a dog and they can't keep it and they live in Carbon County, they're welcome to call us and we'll make arrangements to help them as quick as possible. Usually it's done the same day. Sometimes you have to wait a day or two. But we also like, when we have some time, is to find a dog a home before it comes in here. Because if you can get a home for a dog straight from its original home, it's less stressful on the dog. If people can deal with the owner instead of the shelter worker, they're going to ask more questions and get a better feel of how the dog is than from us. So if we can find a dog a home without it coming in here, we work hard to do that too.
Carbon County welcomes donations and volunteers to help the dogs and upkeep of the shelter.
You could be a friend of Carbon County by giving as little as $2 and as much as thousands. I mean, the key is come in, meet us, see what the operation's about. If you could walk a dog or two, that's great. If you could donate some cleaning products, that helps. Food always helps, but everybody's welcome to be part of the shelter. We kind of like to have everybody involved that wants to be.
Social media also plays a big role in helping the dogs get adopted or reunited with their owners.
Facebook page has been great for us because it gets the pictures of our dogs out, it gets information out of dogs that are found, it gets information out of dogs that need homes that aren't here yet. So we have a good group of people that kind of handle that, and we have a lot of members that are on Facebook that follow us and share the information. So we're the Carbon County Animal Shelter. Just get the one in Nesquehoning because there is one in Utah. And every once in a while, I'll get a call like, I want them puppies you got. And I'm like, we don't have no puppies here. So just get the right one and you'll be fine.
To check on all the new happenings with the Carbon County Animal Shelter, you can visit them on Facebook, stop by, or call 570-325-4828. Stay tuned next time when we talk about matching the right dog with the right owner.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice,
everyday low prices,
plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Sacco Chiropractic, East Broad Street in Hazleton has the health care you've been waiting for. Whether it's a chronic issue or something new, Sacco Chiropractic has the most up-to-date techniques and therapies to help with any ailment. From his days of playing football with the Cougars and then in college, Dr. Scott Sacco has an elite understanding of sports injuries and how to correct them. Whether you are an athlete, a weekend warrior, or a grandmother, we can help with multiple issues. Call today to see why relief is super, man. 570-497-4150.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
The Helping Hand Society presents its 8th annual Divots in the Dark golf tournament. Wyln's Julie Stefanovich has the details on how you can help out.
Whether you're a great golfer or maybe you just like to help out with a good cause, then the Helping Hand Society has a great upcoming event for you. The annual Divots in the Dark, the Dr. Paul Rhoda Memorial Night Golf Tournament takes place on Friday, September 13th at Edgewood by Sand Springs beginning at 7 p.m.
And it's a really unique event to end the summer, glow-in-the-dark golf, and you don't have to be a golfer to come to this event. We also take non-golfers, DJ Rock and Ray's there, hosted cookout, raffles, prizes. It's $50 per golfer and 30 non-golfers.
The event includes a cookout and hosted beer, glow balls and accessories, raffles, prizes, and is in memory of Dr. Paul Rhoda.
Dr. Rhoda golfed in it the first year and just absolutely loved it, and then he unfortunately passed away the next year. So we named it after him, and they said it's just fun because you don't need to be a good golfer to come to this. It's dark out, you just have a good time and glow with us.
Now in its 8th year, the tournament's proceeds go directly to the Helping Hand Society of Hazleton.
All proceeds stay here on Poplar Street at our building. They go to the therapies and the preschool classes to help our children.
It's also a family affair at Helping Hands.
Our parents are great. They donate to us, they volunteer, they help out a lot. So yeah, we usually get a decent crowd, and it's just a fun night, it really is.
So mark your calendars. The 8th annual Divots in the Dark is Friday, September 13th at Edgewood by Sand Springs. Registration and happy hour starts at 7 p.m. and the tournament begins after sunset. In Hazleton for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Looks fun. Smoke alarms are proven to save lives, and that's why the American Red Cross teamed up with the Mahanoy City Fire Department to hand out free alarms to area residents. Last week, volunteers placed around 500 door hangers, urging residents to take part in this free program. The smoke alarms will be handed out from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 7th. Volunteers will also be able to install the alarms in residents' homes. The alarms being given out are 10-year sealed battery smoke alarms, which means their batteries never have to be changed. Since the Red Cross started its campaign back in 2014, over 2 million smoke alarms have been installed. Any resident of Mahanoy City who would like a smoke alarm can call the fire department at 570-773-2150, extension 212. And they're back. Those craving Middlesworth barbecue potato chips won't have to wait much longer to get their hands on this popular snack. Middlesworth in Snyder County said the seasoning for its barbecue chips wasn't available for about a month because the seasoning supplier couldn't make it. The barbecue flavored chip is the company's #1 seller, and many customers have posted on social media about its triumphant return. According to the company, the seasoning has been delivered, and it's all hands on deck to make as many barbecue chips as possible. For the next 2 weeks, they'll be making just barbecue to make up for the loss of the product. Thank goodness. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ